What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Amorphis. Yes, indeed, how about that? Amorphis making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from KT. And KT wanted to see me react to this song by Amorphis called The Bee.
A weasel snagged the bee.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hold on, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Nuclear Blast Records. Okay. And the video has 4.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Amorphis, The Bee official lyric video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
Official lyric video. Now, it's not coming off of the band's official page, but it is coming off of Nuclear Blast's official page. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I guess we'll have to just wait and see and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Kind of reminds me of Amaranth a little bit. Not as fast paced. It's definitely a much more laid back, slower pace, slower tempo. But as far as the sound and the instrumentation go, the levels between the guitar and bass and the keyboard having pretty much dead even with each other. Kind of getting those Amaranth vibes a little bit. I wonder how the vocals are going to go. I mean, it's a lyric video, so I'm assuming there are vocals. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
they're very evenly balanced.
fire in the sky. The place is bright beyond the stars. His gleaming wings will come the way through the silent path of space. Blood is round, stars are lit. Mountains rise, stars are dimmed. It's gonna save the desert dry. In the
6.
night, all the kings. This castle sugar sickly sweet. They rose by the butler's sword.
That was 5. That was 5 that time.
I mean, flowers gonna size. Right to wheat on the pool.
So in the verses, they're doing 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 6. Okay. I mean, it works. It feels, it does feel a little awkward. I mean, they're doing it smoothly. They're doing it as smoothly as they can, you know, given the circumstances. When you're doing 4 and 4 and 4 and 5, and then 4 and 4 and 4 and 6, there's really just no way around it. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna notice the 5 and you're gonna notice the 6. They're gonna stand out. But here's the thing. It didn't sound bad. It didn't sound disjointed. It fit. It was okay. It was as smoothly done as you can make it, given the circumstances. So, no, that sounds fine to me. Sounds good. I dug it. I absolutely dig it. Vocally, hard to say right now because we've only heard 2 verses in 1 chorus. The second chorus, I think, is going to kind of dictate where we're going to go as far as vocal blend goes. Let's see how this chorus goes, actually. Yikes. Let's see how we're going to work it here. 5, 6. Okay, so it's even split. Wonder this modulation to the B. I begin to wonder if this is the chorus, because this is the second time they've done it. So it might have been verse pre-chorus, verse pre-chorus, chorus. Then we had breakdown, bridge to pre-chorus and now chorus. That actually makes sense. The way, if that's how they're doing it, and the execution, it lines up. It absolutely lines up. That's very defined phrases. So yeah, that sounds fine to me. I was kind of struggling a little bit. I was like, because when they did the chorus the first time, I was like, is this a second chorus? Is this like chorus A, chorus B? Not always a big fan of that. But if we take what I thought was the chorus and we make that the pre-chorus, and then this is the chorus, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Let's finish this out. Let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. Chorus here. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. There's definitely some things I like. Definitely some things I'm like. Some things I like more than others, and I'm not 100% sure about the approach when it comes to structuring the song. I don't know if I'm a fan or not. I have to think about it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Amorphis with The Bee. This was a request from KT. Okay, before we get to the score, we just have a couple of announcements we gotta go over. I'm doing the announcements for every single video for the entire month of March. So if you've already watched one of the videos that pop up in the month of March, feel free to skip forward about 5 minutes and you'll be able to skip the announcements because you've already heard them. Announcement number 1, we are going back to the old scoring system. I've already implemented that beginning on March 1st. So we are back on the old scoring system. You guys let me know that's what you wanted. We had the poll, you all voted, and about 2/3 of the vote said, yes, go back. So we're going back, and believe me when I say this, folks, I have absolutely no problem doing that. That is totally fine with me. One of the reasons that we are going back to the old scoring system was that a lot of people with the new scoring system of the 5 stars were concerned that we would have an oversaturation of 4-star ratings. There'd be too many bands, too many songs getting the rating of 4 stars. And guys, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I saw that problem myself, and I'm not disagreeing with you guys at all. Here's the thing, though. The old scoring system had the exact same problem. If you go back and look at all of the scores I've given throughout the history of the entire channel, I would say roughly 2/3 of the scores that I've given have been between the range of 7.4 to 8.6. Now, I know a lot of people right now are doing the math in their heads and they're going, well, wait a minute, that's 13 different scores. That's a lot bigger than just one. You're absolutely right. It is a lot bigger than just one score. It's 13 different scores out of 100. That only gives you a 13% margin, which is a little bit smaller than the 20% margin you would have had with a 4-star rating out of 5. So it's a 13% margin, guys. It's a small margin. Now, I did say during the course of the live stream that we did to discuss the scoring system, I did say during that if we do go back to the old scoring system, I got no problem with it, but there's going to have to be some changes made to avoid the same problem. So here we are with the old scoring system, and I have already started making the changes. The changes are very simply this. I gotta get tougher, I gotta get harder, and I gotta make it more difficult to get those higher scores of 7s, 8s, and 9s. And we gotta refocus on making 5 the middle ground. 5 is the average. 5 is the middle ground for everybody to start at. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Nightwish. I don't care if you're Love Bites. I don't care if you're Pearl Jam. I don't care if you're Nirvana. I don't care if you're Bandmate. I don't care if you're BTS. Everybody starts at 5. Everybody does. And you can move your score up or you can move your score down. But from now on, everybody starts at 5. Getting a 7, it's going to be a lot tougher now. Getting an 8 is going to be even harder. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, getting a 9 now, oh, it's going to be pretty much impossible. If you get a 9 now, boy, did you ever earn it. So just please keep that in mind, guys, that when you hear me give your favorite band a 5, it's not a bad score. That means it's average, okay? That's number 1. Announcement number 2. The whole reason that I went to a 5-star scoring system was to make things a little bit easier and a little bit simpler to comprehend and internalize and interpret for people coming into the channel for the first time. And during the course of the live stream, people were saying and giving the suggestion of, well, why don't you give the numeric score and then why don't you give another score, give the star rating or whatever to reflect that score? I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Seriously, I have no idea. You know, I'm not omnipotent. I'm not all-seeing and all-knowing, despite the fact that I sometimes try to act like I am. But guys, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. And sometimes I need a little help seeing the bigger picture. So to all of you that did attend the live stream and made that suggestion, thank you very much, because you really kind of opened my eyes and went, oh, there's more than one way to do this. So I am going to be giving my numeric score just like always, but I'm also going to be giving 3 other scores for a grand total of 4 different ways to give the exact same score. So we're going to have the old school numeric score. We're going to have a scale score where you'll have your great, really good, pretty good, okay, so forth and so on. We're also going to give a star rating. I'm going to keep the star system. And we're going to have 5 out of a possible 5 stars. And that will correlate with the numeric score that I'm going to give. And then I'm also going to give a letter grade for those people who just cannot seem to get their mindset out of elementary school. So, numeric score, scale grade, star rating, and a letter grade. Now, if you cannot internalize and interpret and be able to understand at least one of those 4 ways, then folks, I can't help you. I'm sorry. You might want to think about possibly going and checking out another channel, because I have a feeling this is not going to be the channel for you. So that's the announcements, guys. Let's move along to the score now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first of all, what does that 7.6 mean? Well, a 7.6 is a really good scale grade, okay? So it's a really good song. It's getting 4 out of 5 stars, okay? 4 out of 5. And it's also getting a B+ letter grade, right smack dab in the middle of the B pluses. So yeah, it's a strong B+, 4 out of 5 stars, and a really good scale. That's how we're getting up to the 7.6. Now, how did I come to that 7.6? So glad you asked. It is a really good song. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. It is a really good song. It's well designed. It's well thought out. The guitar tones, thick and crunchy. I like it. I can actually hear the bass. I can. It's a little bit of a struggle to hear it. You have to really go digging, but you can hear it. You just got to do some searching. Vocally, both vocal performances, strong. Nothing I would say was mind-blowing about it. I wouldn't even say the vocal performances were great, but they were both really good. Both the grit and growl vocal and the melodic vocals. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Couple of things about the song that I'm not really sure if I was the biggest fan of personally, okay? For starters, the blend of him and the the scale and measurement of importance within the instrumentation. Very keyboard heavy, if I'm being honest. To me, the keyboards sounded equally important as the guitar and bass. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, isn't equality a good thing? It depends. It depends on your own personal point of view. It depends on what your own personal tastes. I like keyboards, and I like it when keyboards do take the lead. But when keyboards are the lead, when keyboards lead the way the entire time, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I really like it when guitar, bass, and drums are really more the leading, focus. I like having the keyboards present in the background, filling out the sound. I'm a big fan of that. And like I said, like in the beginning, like in the intro, keyboards want to take the lead, no problem. That's fine. But that's one of my biggest gripes about Amaranth, honestly, is quite often, not all the time, but quite often, the keyboards just become, the song becomes very keyboard dominant. And that's how I felt with this song. This song honestly felt very keyboard dominant to me. And it felt to me like drums and guitar and bass were kind of pushed to the back a little bit. Not the biggest fan of that. So that's just how I personally feel, though. Did that affect the score? Not really. I was looking at more of it from what they did with what they had and how they executed what they did. So, and they executed it just fine, just from my own personal taste. I like it when, like I said, keyboard take the lead. Yeah, sure, no problem, every once in a while. Not through the whole song. The other thing, vocally. I personally like a little more melodic singing than Grit and Growl. Don't get me wrong, they both did a fine job, and it was pretty even across the board. And that's okay. I would rather see it, like I said, right now it's like 50-50. And honestly, it was very evenly balanced. I like it when there's a little more melodic singing and a little less Grit and Growl. Okay, I like about a 60-40 mix, or even 70-30. But what they did was just fine. It sounded good. It was conducive to the song, so I got no problem with it from a objective standpoint. Subjectively, I like a little more melodic singing. The way the song was structured, it was interesting. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of it, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Verse, pre-chorus, back to verse. Really kind of threw me for a loop there. I thought the pre-chorus was the chorus. I was like, okay, so no pre-chorus, just going right into chorus. Verse, chorus, no problem. And then they did it again. They did verse, pre-chorus. And remember, I thought the pre-chorus was the chorus. And then here comes this other chorus. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are there two different choruses? Or do they have chorus A and chorus B? I don't know about that, but then it hit me, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if that first thing I think is the chorus? What if that's actually the pre-chorus? Verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So the first time through, they went verse, pre-chorus, faked you out, verse, pre-chorus again, then chorus. Followed by a breakdown into a bridge. Cool. I like that. I like that approach. I think it's smart. Into pre-chorus, into chorus to end it out. Makes sense. It all makes sense. It does make sense once you figure it out. It took me a little bit to figure it out because, like I said, I got thrown for a loop at the beginning. So I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? The second time through, I was like, something's not adding up. But actually, it does all add up. You just have to rethink it. So, yeah, it was well done. It was definitely well done. So, yeah, I think it's a really good song. I do. I think it's well done, well executed. The engineering sounded just fine. The blend sounded just fine. The mix, levels all sounded just fine. No issues, anything there. Yeah, it's a really good song. And that's why it's getting the really good so many things to do. The really good score of 7.6. So, let's wrap this all up in a nice shiny bow. We got a 7.6, which is a really good scale grade, which is a 4 out of 5 stars, which also equals up to a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away.